I was my father's only child, and my father was an immigrant to this country. And my father wanted a Frank Jr., and so that's how I got sort of an unusual name, Frankie Sue Del Papa, because I was Frank Jr. But my mother referred to me as her fall crop because she had been married before and I had two much older half-sisters. But I was essentially raised like an only child. My parents, to understand me, you would have to understand those two people and what they did want, in the sense that my mother had driven a truck for the Army during World War II. So if you were to have met her, she would be part of what Tom Brokaw has called the greatest generation, because she could regale you with stories, and she was so proud of having done that. And she was very, very independent. My father was, as I said, an immigrant to this country, and of course, the two of them together told me two things from the time I can remember. Number one, that I would go to college, and number two, that I could do or be anything. And then, of course, they also told me that I didn't have a right to complain about anything unless I was willing to do something about it. So those were the essential messages that I received from two very, very supportive parents. I went to Rancho High School, and I think that there were all of us that talked about going on in some way or another to some form, you know, I mean, at least the folks that I was very good friends with. And so I think it was pretty common. And I can remember very, very clearly when I was a little tiny girl, my father would walk me to school, and I can remember carrying the little envelope that you would put 50 cents a week in for my college education. So, I mean, I can remember all of that. And that's one of the reasons why I think that our current state treasurer's program to try to encourage children to have college funds is so important. Because the studies show the sooner that they are told that, and that message comes through, that it actually can be something that would happen. But clearly I was told that, and I was given a lot of support. And women leaders, actually, when you study women leaders, as you know, women leaders tend to have received those types of messages, particularly from their fathers, but often from both parents. And so I did receive all of the right messages as a child.